In this video, we're going to share the most challenging puzzles in Genshin Impact. Update 5.3 welcomed the very first season of Imaginarium Theater, which overhauled the old and popped up new spots all over Teyvat, so now we've got tons more goodies to work for. Let's jump right in. Alright, so first up is Dragonspine. This region was the first addition to the map, popping into the game back in version 1.2. Remember the place where the snow never melts and it's a royal pain just to avoid freezing over? Yep, this is it. Here, in this frosty landscape, you'll find the pressure plate puzzle. Yes, you can call that the PPP. Just north of Entombed City outskirts, players can find a puzzle that prompts the traveler to stand on pressure plates that create a symbol on the broken wall next to them. All 8 plates must be activated in a particular order to crack the puzzle. Keep the sheer cold mechanic in mind if you plan on tackling this. You don't want to be thinking too hard and keep losing health because your character is too cold. Light a fire on a nearby brazier to be all nice and cozy before you get to work. Also, make use of nearby scarlet quartz because those things are literally pocket heaters. You can also chuck a scarlet quartz at a pile of ice and melt it. Gonna have to do this in order to reveal all 8 pressure plates. Once all 8 plates are revealed, follow the patterns and grab the rewards. You'll get 1 crimson agate and a luxurious chest for all the crafty hard work. Next in line is Inazuma's Watatsumi Island. And if you're looking for a place to help take the load off and just enjoy a nice view and breathtaking colors, this is it. Watatsumi Island is home to many cube puzzles in Genshin Impact, but its hardest is one that requires a Sudoku-like solution. And if you're like us, you're already scratching your head at that word. This puzzle is right outside the eastern teleport waypoint by Boru village on Watatsumi Island. Once you go to that teleporter, just run north a bit, squint your eyes and see the cubes. Now the catch here with these is that you gotta hit the cubes a certain number of times, respectively. Each time you complete one set, you'll need to teleport away and return for the next puzzle to show up. Kinda impractical, we know, but it is what it is. After you solve all 3 cube puzzles and teleport away and back into the location like a gazillion times, you'll receive 2 exquisite chests and 1 precious chest. And then you can proceed to never come back here again. Even though we're absolute nerds for Genshin, the research in this video would have taken so much longer if it had not been for Tube Magic. It's the perfect AI assistant you want to have by your side to fish for the right topics for your scripts and all the optimization necessary to make them work on YouTube. From cooking up the perfect keywords to helping us talk about the latest in Genshin, Tube Magic has done it all. Check out the link in our description to find out more about this absolute game changer. Coming back to Inazuma, another place exclusive to this region is Enkanomiya. It's got a very Lost City of Atlantis vibe going on with it, so if you're a fan of sunken treasures and mystical locations, this is it. Enkanomiya is located beneath Watatsumi Island, so there's speculation that it's somewhat disconnected from Teyvat and part of the Dark Sea. And just like any challenging location ready to make you cry, Enkanomiya does its part by giving players a great door puzzle to solve. Basically, all you gotta do is strike the triangular structure whenever the cube symbol above it glows. Once the mechanism has been triggered, the great door will open and players can continue exploring the ruins. This applies to pretty much every structure inside the place, but the real twist to the tale is with the Evernight and White Knight. Pro tip, during the White Knight cycle, if you find any broken triangular mechanisms, you can restore them by switching to the Evernight cycle. Triangular mechanisms can be found in the open world area of Enkanomiya, either as part of puzzles or quests. So keep this tip in mind when you're exploring the area. Let's move on to Sumeru, Teyvat's center of learning and one that is chock full of deserts and forests. This region is so vast that it contains several sub-areas, making it one of the most challenging regions in Teyvat to achieve 100% exploration in the game. While the forests are relatively easy to explore, the deserts present an entirely different challenge. They contain numerous underground areas that can be confusing to access without completing world quests. Let's stick to the forest bit because we're hitting up the square grass puzzles in this region. These are typically located in a clearing with no trees obstructing the view, making the small grassy maze relatively easy to discover. Once players encounter this puzzle, they will notice that one or more of the tufts are glowing with the dendro element. Now, some of you might think that a dendro unit in Genshin Impact is required to nurture the grassy tufts and solve the mystery. However, this is not the case, as any characters, even pyro units like Diluc, can activate the elemental glow of dendro without any problems. All you gotta do is step onto the square grass and walk atop the patches, following the linear pathway to the budded flower at the end. Just make sure to activate every grass patch in the puzzle. Once that's taken care of, just harvest the flower and be rewarded with a chest. Easy, right? That brings us to the last of our brain-racking locations, Surumi Island. This place is home to two ancient civilizations, the pre-Thunderbird civilization and the Thunderbird civilization. After undergoing a partial regrowth, the land has been inhabited by hilichurls, rift wolves, and nasty automatons. Most of the puzzles here, like the relay stones, are electro-powered because the whole region is ruled by the Electro Archon, Raiden Shogun. When you stumble upon this kind of puzzle, the way to go about it would be to place the relay stones in a certain way so that electrocurrent can reach the accumulation stone. That brings us to the main player in this entire shebang, the discharge stone. This kind of stone is what will shoot out electro. Get this bad boy to direct the electrocurrent at the relay stones and they will relay the current to the accumulation stone. Also, did you get stuck on any one of these? Let us know in the comments below. It's pretty much plug and chug with most of these puzzles, but our favorite is gonna have to be the puzzle plate one in Dragonspine. Just because you have to constantly stay warm as you try to figure it out. Given how each region in Teyvat has its own thing going on, we recommend setting up a diverse party before you go out there.